Is Pregnancy and Infant Loss Awareness Month, and here in the United States, 1 out of every 4 pregnancies ends in miscarriage, and 1 in every 160 pregnancies ends in stillbirth. And even more, these numbers do not include infant death from preterm labor, diagnosis of life-limiting conditions in children, or SIDS. And today we're joined by Nicole Blank, a local mom who unfortunately lost her son at 6 weeks. She is a Friends of Prentice board member, and also Dr. Goldman, who specializes in infertility at Northwestern Memorial Hospital. Ladies, thanks for coming in. This is such a tough topic, but so many moms, and even some of the moms here at Fox 32 have gone through this, and so it's so important to talk about. Nicole, tell me a little bit about your son.
Yeah, my son was born totally standard 9-month full-term pregnancy, and when he was born, it was kind of aware that, something was off. And then within the next day, he was in NICU, immediately getting respiratory support, had specialists coming in, all sorts of things. And within weeks, we had a number of life-limiting genetic and non-familial conditions that were discovered, a number of conditions that collectively the teams at Prentice had never even seen before. They were calling in specialists from everywhere. And we were incredibly lucky to be at Prentice because without that team of nurses and doctors, we wouldn't have gotten the 43 days that we did with him. We wouldn't have gotten the answers that we did for what happened to him and why we only got 43 days. So, I say they definitely saved our lives during that time. We had an 18-month-old at home. We went on to have another son afterwards, and it is 1,000% because of the support and everything that we got from Prentice. And it's why I serve on the Friends of Prentice board, to give back to them and to honor my son.
And Doctor, I want to talk to you a little bit more about this as well. I went through infertility treatments. We had our daughter Olive through IVF, and she was in the NICU at Lurie Children's Hospital. I had her at Prentice, and so I appreciated all of the staff there. But aside from that, talk about what families are going through when they are told that they're infertile or that they might have complications at birth.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much for having us on this morning to speak about this. And Nicole, my thoughts are with you and your family and all families that feel incomplete. Every day I take care of patients who are either grieving a loss or grieving infertility or fearing their inability to get pregnant. And there are 3 important things to think about for these patients. The first is that we are there to support you. So supporting through someone's grief is really important while we are simultaneously trying to understand what happened and what we can do to prevent future loss and future infertility. The second piece is we have a tremendous number of effective tools. And IVF is one of those really important tools that we have to protect and protect access to. And the third is hope. We can provide hope through all of the research that is being done and through finding answers to help prevent future loss.
And you recently received a grant, right, for research. Tell me about that.
Yeah, absolutely. So Friends of Prentice is an incredible organization that funds women's health and funds, the research to help answer some of these tough questions. My particular area of interest is thinking about why and how the ovaries age, because this is something that anyone with ovaries will experience. The ovaries age and egg cells are lost. And along with that comes infertility, pregnancy loss, and all of the problems that come with ovarian aging. And so I'm looking at ways to try to slow ovarian aging and understand why the ovaries age. And I'm incredibly grateful to Friends of Prentice for the generous support.
Nicole, before we go, I like to motivate people because I feel like everybody goes through something hard in their life or multiple things. So what did you tell yourself to keep on going? What motivated you that maybe others at home could learn from?
Yeah, we had our 18-month-old daughter already at home, so she was a huge motivator for us. And it was also just realizing that we weren't alone. People go through this way more than they talk about, and finding support systems, our families, Friends of Prentice, and also knowing that we got answers. We had an understanding, and that the support we got from Prentice honestly is what got us through and got us to be able to go on and have another child afterwards and feel confident that it was going to be safe, we were going to be okay, and we were going to be taken care of. And for people out there, you're not alone. This isn't something you have to face by yourself. There's a lot of groups out there, and everyone can kind of find their way to that solid ground after something like this happened. And for everyone, it's different, but just knowing that you aren't out there alone and that this this does happen and it's not your fault.
Thank you for sharing that, Nicole. We appreciate it. And thanks, doctor, so much for coming in and everything you
so
do
much.
as well.